Hi, my name's Albert, and I'm part of the Friends of Sustainable Sidney. And I really wasn't prepared to speak tonight, but I want to appeal to you. I see a lot of familiar faces, and I want to thank you for coming to this. Seriously, I'm not just saying that like glibly. You're taking time out of your own lives to fight. I'm sorry. We need to act quickly. Somebody at the meeting last week said you are declaring war on us, and that is exactly what this is. They are going to come in here and destroy this area that I don't know about you. I've only been up here for 6 years. But I have grown to love this area. But the only way we are going to win this fight, this is my point. I see and I recognize a lot of people. Okay, first, I'm sorry, like I said, I wasn't prepared to speak, so I'm going to be scattered. I just quickly, in the back of the room, wrote down a whole bunch of notes. Thank you for all the speakers. Their spirit, they're giving us. They are sharing with us front-line experience. They're not making it up. It is not fiction. They are telling us what happens in the next state over. We have the same terrain, the same geology. They are going to do the same thing here if we do not act. We need to mobilize. It's great to see you all, and I thank you, but we need to start recruiting other people. You need to start meeting your neighbors and telling them what is going on. The way this industry is gaining hold is to keep it as hush-hush as possible. Only people along the pipeline route received warnings. Everybody needs to, because what does it matter if it's 1,000 feet off your property line? Do you think that those emissions are not going to make it to you? We need to wake up our neighbors who do not know what is going on. The only way we're going to win this is with numbers. We need to show up en masse at every meeting, at town board meetings. But okay, I spoke to a woman from FERC this week. It's very important you sign in very clearly and distinctly so we can either contact you through phone or email. Because on a website, probably the face page book of Friends of Sustainable City, we're going to give you complete instructions. We're going to tell you exactly what you need to do. You don't have to think all you have to do is read and follow. We're going to have to need to file comments or complaints with FERC during their pre-filing period. Now, get this. After they file formally, the docket number changes and all those things that we filed don't go along with it. It is set up to make it fail, but if we are strong and we are adamant, we can win this. There was a story about a woman in Damascus, who by herself made them move a pipeline. It took her 10 years, but she was by herself. With the group, and if we grow this in numbers, we can make a difference. The landowners, for those of you who weren't at the meeting last week, that was put on by Cornell and Williams, it was appalling. It was designed to make us feel like this pipeline was inevitable, and all we could do was settle for the best deal. No, I'm sorry. That's bull. That is bull. We had the power to stop this if we work at it. If we recruit our friends and neighbors. Like I said, Vera, Craig, Brian, well, not so much Brian, but Vera and Craig have lived it. They have told you firsthand experience of what this will bring to this community. Either we fight now, or we live pretty much in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I don't know about you, but I grew up near there. I don't want to live there anymore.
I grew up in Elizabeth.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's terrible.
Call your town council people. We have two sympathetic ears on our town board, Gabby Pisnick and Pete Cordes. Their information is on the Sidney Town website. Call them, show your support, ask them to support us. There's now a letter going around that a councilman in Avondale or something is circulating to other town board members, asking them to get on board. Show your support to our local government who's with us, and they will work harder for us if they see appreciation, they see people really wanting this. Come to town meetings. Our town meeting at Sidney is the second Thursday of every month. Please be there. Please. It's all about numbers. It's all about numbers. I'm not going to rehash it with you because, like I said, I'm preaching to the choir. I've seen all of your faces somewhere or another. I can't drive home this point. We need to spread the message. Education, educating our neighbors and our friends is what's going to turn the tide of this. The more people that learn the truth about what's going on, they're not getting it from the media because the gas companies run the media. If they're computer savvy, you can find it on but you need to know what you're looking for. It doesn't come up. We spoke to a CEO after the meeting last week, and I had to ask her. I looked at her and I said, I have to ask you, I'm not being facetious, I'm not being mean. How do you look at yourself in the morning, in the mirror? And her eyes glazed, and she's like, I work for a company. And I said, you know what, I just read an interesting article where they compare the personalities of CEOs from these companies with sociopaths. They don't see the wrong in what they're doing. They don't get it. I said, are you a mother? She said, yeah. I said, and this is the kind of world you're building for your children? And she was like, she was glazed. She wasn't getting it. So if we don't fight, if we don't stand up and fight against them, they do not think they are harming us. They knew not to come to New York first because they knew the fight they were going to get. And if they had started in New York, we wouldn't be sitting here today because we would have squashed them first, and the country would have followed us. They left New York to last because they knew there was a fight on their hands. Let's give them a fight. We have the power to stop this. That meeting, they lied through their teeth about everything. We've heard Vera say it. We heard Craig say it. I witnessed it firsthand last week. They could not answer one question, and their answers changed every time the same question was answered throughout the course of the evening. If you can't answer questions, what is this meeting about? Send your lawyer who can answer questions. You're lying to us. They were telling us it was running down Route 88. Well, there's the map. It's running close to 88, but it's not running down it. At first he said it's running on 88. A couple seconds later it was like within 200 feet of 88. A couple minutes later, within 2 miles. Well, you know what? 2 miles and running on it is a whole big difference to me. They are lying. Like Vera just said, with the pipeline comes compressor stations. This is a fact. They're making it this innocuous thing under the ground that you're not going to see. Well, you know what? You're going to see it, you're going to hear it, and you're going to smell it. Every person that comes to this area, Craig and Julie Saunders came up. When we had the meeting over at the community center over in Sidney Center, they said, we are overwhelmed at the beauty of this area. I said, you live in the same, they said, it's close, it's similar, but there is something that is spectacular. Because that view from the Sidney Center School, when you see that vista, we have a jewel here. And I keep on trying to hammer this one point home. If we protect this land and have land with fresh running water, we will hold the most expensive real estate on the freaking planet as most of it plunges into drought conditions. Okay, so please make sure you're signed in the back, because we will email you instructions on what to do. Please take some of the pamphlets and stuff in the back. Talk to your neighbors. Do you know how many people, when we were petitioning for the other pipeline that they tried to spring on us, so many people would say, oh, I had no idea. Well, you know, I didn't either until last year when I went to a town board meeting by accident. I think that is all. Wait, this is important. One of our people wrote to Senator Stewart about something totally different, and he emailed her back. I have your email message relative to the proposed natural pipeline. Because the pipeline is an interstate project, not solely within New York, the state's authority is preempted by federal law. Under the National Gas Act, the construction of interstate pipelines is regulated and overseen by the federal government through the Federal Regulatory Commission, FERC. I certainly intend to review, this is from Seward, mind you, he's our senator. I certainly intend to review and monitor the project to ensure that the voices of local residents are heard during the review process. At the same time, I would urge you to contact your federal representative, Congressman Richard Hanna, to express your view as well. By clicking on this link, you can email him directly. As always, please do not hesitate. This is the time to act. Oh, okay, questions and answers. Okay, so please sign in, make sure your email is legible, and we will give you information on what you can do, and talk to your neighbors, please.
Will all three people, Brian, Vera, and Craig, come up for questions and answers?